my name's Amir, and I'm going to break down how I changed drum heads and my tuning approach for quads. I've also attached a link to my blog for those of you who would like to read the full lesson. Start off with removing old heads, and if you have a new set of drums, I suggest removing all the factory heads as well. Keep in mind it's best to loosen each lug slowly with even tension around, versus taking out one lug at a time. Next, take a paper towel or cloth and wipe down each rim. This will help remove any excess debris such as stick tape. I like to wipe down the bearing edges as well, and if you have an older set of drums, waxing the edges can lengthen the life of your quads. I use Evans Level 360 drum heads. These provide a great tone, and I especially like the honeycomb design, which also features highlighted playing zones. I begin by stretching each head out, and then I line up the Evans logo in the appropriate position. Spock drums will be set at 6 o'clock. Drum 1 lines up with the top right lug at 1 o'clock. Drum 2 with the top left lug at 11 o'clock. Drum 3 will be at the 4 o'clock position. And lastly, drum 4 will be at 8 o'clock. Next, let's reset all of the rims. Start by finger tightening each lug, and if you have an older set of drums, I suggest greasing the bottom of your lugs on a regular basis using lithium grease. I prefer a T key over a standard drum key because they make the job much easier. Place a couple fingers in the center of the head to ensure it doesn't move around while we tune. Lightly tighten lugs opposite from each other until you begin feeling tension. The star pattern method is also great to use. These settings are for Evans drum heads, and if you're using another drum head company, I suggest starting each head out in a vertical 12 o'clock position. Once our drum heads are set, we can begin applying more tension to each lug. I like to use a 3-2-1 sequence to quickly tune drums up. Starting on drum 4, I'll do 3 turns of the key around each lug, then 2, and finally 1. My tuning process is based on a set of notes. I suggest turning the key a quarter turn at this point to make detailed adjustments. Go around each drum and listen for higher or lower inconsistencies in pitch. For drum 4, I tune to F sharp. For the sake of this video, I'm using a piano, but typically when I tune, I use an iPhone app called Virtuoso. Now that drum 4 is set, let's move up a minor third to drum 3, and we're going to tune to an A. One thing to keep in mind is since these are brand new drum heads, they will lower in pitch much quicker. To help with this, I like to tune the drums a little higher than the desired note. Now we will go up a major second, and we're going to tune drum 2 to a B. Continue listening for inconsistencies in pitch, and also feel out for uneven tension lug to lug. One trick I like to use when I can't hear the pitch is I hit a rim shot to bring it out. Let's move to drum 1. Now we're going to go up a minor third and tune the drum to D. For higher pitched drums, such as drum 1 and Spock, feel free to use a half turn of the key instead. For the 8-inch Spock, I will tune it an octave above drum 4 using F sharp. Lastly, the 6-inch Spock will be tuned an octave above drum 2 at B. To review our tuning sequence, going from drum 4 up, F sharp, A, B, D, F sharp, and B. I like to end by playing the drums up and down to see if I'm happy with the final tuning. Those who prefer a lower tuning sequence, I suggest these notes, going from drum 4, starting at a B flat, then D flat, E flat, G, F, and B flat. I hope I answered any questions you may have had and that this lesson improves your quad tuning. There are plenty of ways to tune your drums, and in no way do I think my method is best for everyone. This is what works for me, and I'm happy to share it with all of you. Feel free to check out the blog post and look out for new tutorials coming soon.